Thank you for watching the Retire As You Desire show. Today's episode has been all about moving outside of the US, living that life of your dreams in really incredible places. But there are things that you need to understand before you make the plunge to live outside of the United States in retirement. Social Security taxation, your investment taxation, your health insurance. These are all things to take into consideration before you move. Getting your team together is one of the most important things as well. Tax accountant, financial advisor to help you through this process. But I saved the best for last with this episode. You want to know how are you going to benefit as to the new place that you're going to move to. So I did some research to find some great ideas on new countries to potentially move to, where you could, again, potentially get an investment visa to give you residency. And this may help with your taxation, your health care, all these things that we talked about throughout the episode. So here we go. Let's get into some of these really incredible places to move abroad and retire abroad that potentially could give you affordable housing and also give you an investment visa where you could actually become a resident of that country. Now, there are several options around the world that cater to different countries and budgets. And really, this is a big one, your preferences, the things that you want to do with your time. Now, here are some of the least expensive countries to live in that also provide for an investment visa opportunity. So this is perfect for people who live on a budget. They may have not saved enough in retirement, but also they want to have their health insurance in place and they want to have different varieties of life. So let's get into some of these opportunities. Portugal. Portugal is a beautiful country. This is on our bucket list for my wife and I. So it's known for its low cost of living compared to other Western European countries. Cities like Lisbon and Porto, they're more expensive, but smaller towns and rural areas, they offer really affordable living. And when I was doing research, now this is as of 2024, you always want to do your homework because these things could change. But right now, they have a golden visa program. And here's what that means. Portugal offers a golden visa program that grants residency to individuals who invest in real estate. So essentially, you're buying a house. This ranges between 280 and 500,000 euros, depending on the location and type. Or if you create jobs or invest in a business or do research, it's really potentially a great place to live. And if you love port wine, hey, you're in the capital of that. And they have such a vibrant seafood and up and coming restaurant scene as well from all the research that I've done. So it also has really efficient ways to travel throughout Europe. So if you always wanted to go to London, you wanted to go to France, you want to go to Paris, Spain, a neighboring country, you're right there. You have a ton of opportunity to travel in a very inexpensive way. We have family who live in Spain and Madrid, and it's really amazing. They tell us we're able to get different plane tickets for less than $100 round trip throughout Europe. So if you want to travel, Portugal may be on your radar. Now, Greece. Greece is one of my favorite countries because they are part of one of the 5 blue zones in the world. That's where people live to 100 or greater with their health. I want to do that. So Greece, they have a very low cost of living, particularly in areas outside of Athens, and there's a ton of popular tourist islands. Those could be great places to live. The cost of housing, food, and service, pretty reasonable compared to America. And they too have a pretty great golden visa program. They provide residency to those who invest at least 250,000 euros in real estate. So it's going to be close to $275,000 or $300,000 in US monies, depending on the exchange rate at the time of watching this. But this is one of the lowest investment thresholds in Europe. And just like Portugal, you're already in Europe. Traveling to other countries, pretty easy, pretty affordable. And I want to really stress this. Living in a blue zone could extend your lifestyle. It could extend your lifespan, which is something I'm very, very into, especially in retirement, because I want people to live as long as they can, have their money last as long as possible, and have their health. That way you get to really squeeze as much juice out of life and retirement as possible. So being in Europe could be a huge benefit, especially if you want to travel. Okay, let's go to our next destination. We're going to talk about Thailand. This country, my wife and I visited during part of our honeymoon. It was a beautiful place to go to. Thailand is renowned for its low cost of living, very affordable, especially in cities like Chiang Mai and different areas throughout the country. Now, Bangkok is more expensive, but it's still affordable compared to Western cities. I think the theme here is any major city inside these countries is going to be more expensive, but not as expensive as in LA, New York, Chicago. They too have an investment visa. Thailand offers a variety of options, so this gives you flexibility. They have an elite visa, which requires a one-time fee starting at about $16,000 US. It's $500,000 in their currency, but $16,000 roughly, for a 5-year visa. They also have a smart visa. This is another option for investors in specific industries with minimum investment requirements. So if you want to test the waters and live in a country that tropical, low cost of living, incredible beaches, a great boating scene. If you love being out on the water, Thailand is a great place for that. We've been there and have done it. It's incredible. This could be a great place for you to consider. And then if you just do a $16,000 down payment, basically, roughly, that can give you 5 years to test this and see if you love it. And then just like Portugal and Greece, you're close to Europe. Thailand, you're close to Japan, China, South Korea. You're really in an incredible place to go and travel and visit different countries. So here's another place in a different part of the world, Panama. Panama has been a booming economy for the past 10 years. They also have a low cost of living, and they provide affordable healthcare and a ton of modern amenities. So cities like Panama City are more expensive, but I think that's true for all the scenarios that we have here. But they have a ton more affordable options outside of the city. Now, they have what's called a Friendly Nations visa. Panama's Friendly Nations visa offers residency to citizens from select countries who have an economic or professional tie to Panama. So if you want to start a company there or create one, this may help you get your visa. Also, an investment in real estate of at least $200,000 in US money, or if you deposit this amount into a Panamanian bank, could qualify you for this visa. But you need to check with the United States, the Social Security, and the IRS, because they are probably going to want to know where that money's going. So understand this before you move. And then let's talk about Mexico. Mexico is a big country, so close to the United States. This may be a huge benefit for you, just to be able to get home, see family, shorter flights. This may be a great option for you. Now, Mexico, they have a ton of popular tourist destinations. Let's face it, most people go to Mexico at least once in their life if they're living in the United States. But their housing, their food, their services are relatively inexpensive. You can get what's called a temporary resident visa in Mexico, and this offers a temporary residency to those who invest in the country. Now, this requirement includes roughly a $200,000 investment. Now, as you can see here, we've had ranges from roughly 16,000 US all the way up to 500,000 euros. Your budget and your investable dollars are going to play a big role in these decisions, but also a comfort level. Where do you want to live? How close do you want to be to your family? Where do you want to travel? But there are opportunities, and again, you want to check before you do these things for current laws and current diplomatic relationships with these countries. But these could be really great opportunities for you to move abroad, invest in these countries, especially if you're selling your home in America. You use those proceeds to buy a home or a property in these foreign countries, and then you could potentially get residency, and that could help with your health insurance costs. So these are really great ways to plan, and this is what the Retire As You Desire show is all about. Give you great planning ideas, and we're here to help you plan for the retirement of your dreams. Don't be afraid to reach out to us and tune in every Friday night, 6 p.m. Central, for a new show of the Retire As You Desire show.